What if surviving on Mars meant changing who we are, down to our very DNA? As we continue to explore the challenges of life on the red planet, it becomes increasingly clear that technology alone might not be enough. Radiation, low gravity, and extreme isolation pose risks that could overwhelm the unaltered human body. To thrive on Mars, we may need to do more than adapt our environment. We may need to adapt ourselves. This brings us into the controversial world of genetic engineering. In 2018, a Chinese scientist named He Jiankui claimed to have edited the genomes of twin girls to make them resistant to HIV. The news shocked the world, not just because of the scientific leap, but because of the ethical firestorm it created. The scientist was swiftly condemned, and his work was halted. But the genie, as they say, is out of the bottle. What does this mean for Mars? Gene therapy and CRISPR technologies are evolving fast. With precise editing tools, scientists can now add, remove, or modify sections of DNA. In the future, such tools might be used to prepare astronauts for interplanetary missions, conferring resistance to radiation, improving bone density, or even enhancing oxygen efficiency. Imagine this. Before launch, a Martian colonist undergoes genetic treatments designed to help them survive. Their cells regenerate more effectively. Their DNA repairs radiation damage. Their bones resist density loss in low gravity. Their skin processes vitamin D more efficiently in dim sunlight. This isn't science fiction, it's the direction biology is heading. Of course, this raises deep ethical concerns. Should we enhance human beings for survival? Who gets access to such modifications? What are the long-term consequences of tampering with evolution? More importantly, where do we draw the line between therapy and enhancement? Some experts argue that if the risk is great enough, like life-threatening radiation, then genetic modification becomes a form of medical intervention, not enhancement. Just as we take vaccines to protect against viruses, gene therapy might protect against Mars. Others worry about unintended consequences. Genetic changes can ripple through the body in unpredictable ways. Traits that offer one advantage may cause other vulnerabilities. And editing the germline, heritable changes passed to future generations, raises questions about consent, control, and identity. Infinity Beyond recognizes both the potential and the peril of this path. For Mars colonists, gene editing may not be optional. It may become a requirement, especially for long-term settlers or future generations born on Mars. If we want to raise healthy children on another world, we may need to ensure they have the biological tools to survive it. Beyond radiation, genetic editing could also address metabolism, immune response, muscle retention, and mental resilience. Traits that once took millennia to evolve could be optimized in decades. Some researchers are even exploring synthetic biology, combining natural genes with entirely new, lab-designed sequences. These could create super-resilient proteins, adaptable organ systems, or enhanced brain chemistry for cognitive endurance. But the conversation must be global. Gene editing on Earth is already controversial. On Mars, it must be guided by even more rigorous ethical frameworks. Who decides what's safe? Who owns the technology? How do we prevent abuse? Governments, research institutions, and space agencies will need to work together to develop protocols, protections, and public transparency. Colonists should be volunteers, fully informed, and protected under universal medical rights. And while we explore this frontier, we must never lose sight of our humanity. The goal is not to create perfect humans, but to preserve life, dignity, and hope in an alien world. One day, we may look back and see Martian gene therapy not as a leap away from humanity, but as an extension of it, a way to protect our explorers, support our scientists, and build a new kind of life, rooted in Earth but evolved for the stars. It's possible that future generations of Martians will be biologically distinct from us. Their lungs may function differently. Their bones may be denser. Their immune systems may be more robust. They may even see the world differently, both physically and philosophically. But they will still be us, children of Earth, pioneers of the next horizon. As technology advances, we must ask not only what we can do, but what we should do. Mars may demand more from our biology than Earth ever has. Meeting that demand will require courage, not just to explore, but to evolve responsibly. At Infinity Beyond, we believe in asking these questions, exploring these frontiers, and imagining a future where humans don't just survive, but thrive through the best of science, ethics, and collective vision.